Hi guys, hi ladies, and welcome. Yes, tonight we're in the shack. Let me just set the phone up. Tonight we're in the shack. Why are we in the shack? Because we're going to look at a Binatone Route 66. Switch account. We want to go to the shack. View channel. There we go. Right, we're in the shack, guys. Pardon me being a bit glary, I've got a big light on above me. We've got the big light on tonight, we've got the soldering iron on, we've got the test set. We've not had the test set for ages. We've got the test set on. Yeah, we've not used the test set for a long time because I've not had anything to repair. I've had these, but I couldn't be bothered with them. I just thought I'd pull this out and have a go. Hello Sam, I hope you and Angela are good. Absolutely, my friends, hope you're both cool and both good, absolutely. So what we'll do, we'll just check that this thing goes into transmit. So we'll key it, we're on, so we want channel, so we want the counter. So let's press the button for the counter. Do you know, it's been a while since I used this set, I can't remember. There we go. Frequency, that's it. So let's key the mic. And we're doing 3.4 watts. 3.4. So let's check it on channel 40. Just turn that down because I can hear it clicking through. There you go. So check it on channel 40. .4 channel 1 3.6, so it's pretty much 3 watts all over the, just over 3 watts all over the place, isn't it? Right, and let's go up to channel 20. Right, so we know it transmits, we've just not got any receive. So we'll put that back into RX for now. I'll tell you, we may as well leave that in TX. I've just pressed a button. There you go. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to let a few people come in and then we'll start. What we'll do, we'll go over to camera 2. There we are, we're on camera 2. Yeah, we've got no fancy video for this shack yet, but there is one coming, guys. Malcolm's making me a shack video, some shack videos as well. You know, so he's going to do that for me. But at the moment, we're just roughing it at the moment. Right, so if we unplug the speaker, because we don't really need that, I don't think. No, we'll leave the speaker plugged in. The reason why is then the 2 speaker wires won't short. There you go. Right, so now put this back into receive, because we need it in receive mode, because obviously we need it putting the tone in. So Turn the test meter on. Put it onto oscilloscope. Let's just put this where we can probably see it. Trying to get the meter in a position where we can all see the meter. There we go, I can see it. Right, pull this end off here because we don't need that on. So we're just going to probe it with this. Now what we can do, we can clip. We need to find a good ground. I reckon that capacitor there will probably do us. Lift it up a bit. Even that there. Let's lift that up a bit, there we go. I wonder if the case is ground on this. I don't know. Might be. So let's go. Let's go onto the audio output IC. Auto range. So right. So we're just looking for a signal. We're not getting much here. Oh, that's not the audio. The audio's down here on these. Audio chips down here. Right. We've actually got a scratch in it here where it's been displayed. I've seen that on a few of them. See, what we're looking for, it's hard. I don't know if that's ground, you see. But, I mean, that there is. But what we're looking for, let's just put that onto there. No, that's fine. Let's press auto range, and that should sort us out. That's your TX in there, so we're not worried about that. That's your PRL there. Let's turn this. I can't turn that upside down with that there because I know what we could do. Probably do that. See, we need. Let's just clip that onto there. Now this is the your FM subsystems chip. Well, no, we're getting something on that, but we're not getting a receive. We're getting something there. We're getting something there. We're getting a signal there. That's not shouting across there, is it? We're getting a fat signal there. Let's go across the other side of the subsystems chip. Nothing. Somewhere there. So that's your FM subsystems. Let's check this chip here. See what we're looking for. I'm trying to keep this in view. See. I thought I could hear something then. Nothing on there. Nope. 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 Are we on receive? Yeah, we are. Yep. And is that one that's not shorting across to that one there, is it? That's shorted. Just turn it off and have a look. No. Looks like it was, but it's not. Right, so what we'll do, this is your TX, so we don't need to mither with that. I've got a feeling it's probably a transformer. So what we can do, we can start yeah, because that's your PLL chip there. That's not your subsystems. Your subsystems is here. This is your FM subsystems here. Yeah, I thought that was your... Because it's upside down, you see. See, the problem is, nothing there. But that being said, I'm going to turn it this way up because I can't work on it or work on it on the bottom. I can't fucking see what things are. It might be better probing it this side. You know, components I can get to. I mean, there's a capacitor missing from there. See, the problem is you can't really get into anywhere. So you can't get into anywhere. This is all audio. Receives around here. This is VCO, I think. Yeah. But I've had some of these transistors out, guys. And I can't see where I've had them out. But I've had some of these transistors out over the years. We'll check the chat in a minute. Right. We're just trying to see where we're losing the signal. The volume up. That's off, that's on. Right. Let's have a look on these capacitors here. No. What we now do with them. This is the transmitter. So we want to look over this. I've got a crack in it there. No. Just look like it. See, we look what we're looking for. I might have to get the signal tracer out for this. Is it still transmitting? Just to make sure it still transmits. I would don't want to blow the PLL up. Hang on, RF. There we go. Yeah, it's still transmitting. There we go. See, we need to know I need to get the manual out really. I've got the manual for this. My friend Microchip sent it to me ages ago. But we're not getting any. See, I'm hoping to find we're on the correct frequency on channel 20. This is your PLL, so it won't be any of that, I don't think. If I go on that one's high. That's low, that's nothing on there. And that's high. Where are we now? It could be a bad PLL, but I don't think it is. Let's press that, see what that does. Because that's, we're getting something on there. There we are. Now we've got a sine wave there. It's not on any specific channel. But we've got activity on that pin there. And there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Well, there is a bit there. Come to the other side of the PLL. Nothing. 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 Got something there. Press that and hold that on and see what we get. See what that's doing. No, nothing. Go back to here. Press that. Hang on, the wrong one. Press that. I'll come back to you guys in a minute. Hello Mark, 1966. Hello to you Bernie and everybody else there. What we're going to do is come on here with the signal tracer, I think. Because yeah, see if we get anything on the FM subsystems. Let's check this one. We're getting something there, guys. Getting something there. And does it change channel? No. We want to find one where it changes channel. I mean, it will on the PLL, obviously, you'd expect it to. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh. Yeah. No. No. I probably think that we're looking for a bad transformer. But the problem is, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. And the thing is, you see, is go around the transformers. Try and find each one. And then eventually we'll find a transformer that's got a big fat signal on it. But really we should be doing this with, see, we've got something there. Nothing there. Nothing there. See, I've tried to, this is the audio, this is going to be your audio in here, that's going to be your 12 volts. That end should probably be your ground. But we know the amplifier works, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to have to get a... See, it's hard to work out. See, these are all VCO here. And it won't be them because the transmitter's working. Now let's have a look at these three along here. Nothing on that one at all. Why did my fucking camera go off then? I don't know why that did that. I don't understand that. Nothing on that one. No, there's no one on here, I think we've been on that one. Oh, we've got something on that one. Not there. Not there. This all is transmitter pretty much, that we do know. But gone off when I do that. What am I fucking doing to cause that to go off? See, it could be one of them electrolytics. But it's so that receive, yeah, let's receive. See, if I click that now, that's just giving us. We're just getting power to the right. See, I can't understand. I can't get to these transistors. That one there is getting warm, or at least it used to. Yeah. I've had these out. But they're in the transmitter line now. They're in the transmitter section, so I don't think it would be those. But I've had those out in the past. There's not a lot really in this. Let's check that transformer at the back there. No. Nothing to do with that. At least I don't think so. See, I don't really want to use my test set as a signal generator, as a signal tracer. But I mean, it's weird, really, because it is transmitting, and it's transmitting in the right place. No receive. I'm going to have to get a signal tracer on this, guys, because I'm not going to be able to find it doing this. Looks like something's been... It actually looks... When I look down here, there's something been taken from here and from here. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Disconnect that meter. Right. Turn this fucking radio off. There we go. See if that let's unplug it. Well, that there's for a relay, and I think they're supposed to be missing, because yeah, the relay isn't fitted. Right. That's your crystal. That's see, we've got a detector diode here. See, we've got anything on that detector. Just see, we'll make sure we're plugging in the right one. Extension speaker. Well, we don't need the external speaker, do we? Take that out. Don't need that. We need the oscilloscope with the oscilloscope. So let's check these detectors. Let's press that to auto range. See if we get anything. Get a bit, but not much. That's definitely a detector. I don't think we can get under that. Can't get under that. Really flush. For fuck's sake. Wasn't it to do that? Every time I probe something, the fucking camera goes off. So I'm not pulling on anything there. Now see where that fucking detector is. You're sick of this, guys. Right, well I can see here. Right. Disconnect the test set. Don't need that. Right, see if it goes off again. I want to test this transistor. Fuck all. Fuck all. What the fuck's going on here? Why does it keep going off? I can't fucking do anything with it. Every time I fucking move something, it goes. The fucking cameras go off. Hang on, let's see. You ever tap the table? I've got a bad connection somewhere. I had this a few weeks ago. Turn that soldering iron on. I had this a few weeks ago. I think we might turn that soldering iron back on. I can't see that causing it. Make sure the connections on this are okay. Right. I think we've got a bad fucking connection, so I thought I'd fix that because we had a bad lead and I replaced the lead. Right, should we try again? Let's put me fucking... Right, we're on receive. And we're actually not getting anything. Absolutely fuck all. Even the squelch doesn't work. I know that because I heard it through the speaker. There was no squelch. Right, so right, well I think we've right. Right, so we've got that connected to there. It could be these grey capacitors. Imagine they're in the audio stage, and the audio stage is working. Right. I'm wondering if somebody stole a few bits out of this. That's the speaker. So if we turn the volume up, oh, we won't get it because it's if I do that. Not getting anything down them wires, unless of course we have to do it that way. Now we are. Now what I'm going to do, because the squelch ain't working, I'm going to plug this back into the test set. Turn the speaker up on here. See, we know the volume control isn't working, but we know the amp is, because if I put my fingers in here, we know we are getting something there. Forget this. So we know that's working. If I put my finger on here, yeah, we know the volume control's working. So it's just have a go. I don't think it'll be anything to do with these. Put them all back where we found them. Yeah, nothing to do with any of them. No, I wouldn't have thought so. And I don't think this has ever been messed with. See, we're not actually getting a receive, which I think I want to look at that diode there, because that's your detector. And we've got some, what do you call it, in there. We've got some. Wonder if one of them tantalums is fucked. Let's just test some tantalums. Let's get the test leads. Take this off. Not many in here tonight, is there? How many's watching? 11. There's 11 watching, but nobody's coming in the chat. Come in and say hello, guys and girls. Come in and say hello. Don't be shy. Just take that out of the top. Back into test meter mode. Where's the other lead? Where's my test meter lead? There it is. Where's the lead? There you go. I bought these leads the other day, guys, and they're brand new. So what we'll do now, we'll go to capacitor test. We'll test these two tantalums. Well, that ain't short. But you never know, they are known for shorting these fuckers. Nope, that's okay. Right. See, you can't. What I'm going to have to do, I'm probably going to have to come back with the layout with the manual. I'm not sure where I've put it. I've got it printed out, but I can't remember where I've put it. I'll have to route the manual out. Right. What's that in there? Bit of a fucking green sponge. Yeah. There you go, look at that. Yeah. Let's put it on diode test. And see if I can. I don't think I can get under there with those. They don't seem sharp enough. Just pull this fucking thing off the end, there we go. Nothing on that side. Oh, there is there, that's okay. Can I get into the bottom there? No. But I can get to it there and that's reading okay. If I go that side of it, reading nothing, which is right, so that's okay, that's working. Let's check this, that's working, you can tell by the reading. Yeah. Right. I think we're alright on there. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be some of these electrolytics, these around here, these at the front even. Let's go to capacitors. Let's unplug all these wires because we don't need any of them in, and we're. Hi Clarence. There we go. So let's test these two. $13, yeah, it's about right. It's in the circuit, so what's that one? Because it's only reading 4.7. It's reading 5, so yeah, we can accept that. We've got a fucking crack there, have we? Well, that's in the transmitter. No. That's in the transmitter anyway. Let's find... Let's unplug the mic, because the mic's getting in the way. That mic's off the TriStar 777. I wonder where his mic had gone. Found it earlier. So we want to check that capacitor there, which is right near the channel change, which is this one here. .368, yeah, it's probably a 400 UF. Let's have a look at the other one. I've fucking seen another one, which is right near, which I think is this one here. And that's open line. No, it ain't. Yeah, it is. Wonder if that's the fucking... See if that's the one. Move these wires out of the way. There you go. Let's just put my finger on, just put the soldering iron on it. See if that's the one. Which I think is here. Yeah, so let's test that. I know it's that one there now, definitely. So let's test that. And see if we've got a problem. Hang on, it's... Right, Emma. Right, where's me solder sucker? Where's me sucker? Where are you, you little sucker? Where are you, you little sucker? Oh shit. I think it's in this fucking box. I think I threw a load of stuff. Shit. Oh, fuck's sake. I think I threw it in here. Yep, there it is. I'm not turning the vacuum sucker on, I can't be bothered. Don't really need the vacuum sucker. We don't need the vacuum sucker for this. We can just do it with this one. Right, so negative is that side. I need a pair of pliers. I'll never get that out. Or maybe. Let's try. Ah, we've got it. What should it be? It should be 16, should be 10 UF. So let's see what it actually is. Probably read alright now, it's out of the circuit. Let's check it. Right. Hang on. It feels bent the fucking pins together. Come on, you bugger. It's probably alright this, but we'll check anyway. You know, I'm trying to get it in the right position. 13.6 UF. It's working that any guys. So that was a bit of a thingy, wasn't it? A bit of a red herring. I'm going to have trouble getting that in. I'll tell you what we'll do, because we are going to have trouble getting that back in. What voltage was it? 16. Let's put a new one in, because the legs will be fucking longer. 16 UF. Have I got a 16? Oh no, it's 10 UF at 16 volts, isn't it? Yeah, it's 10 UF because it was reading 13. 10 UF at 16, so what we'll do, we'll pop in we're not going to bother find out whether it works, because we know it won't. Make sure we got that the right way. We'll always double check them. Yes, we have. Yeah, we have. We're correct. Correct. Right. Andy is my vintage electronics repair hero. Thank you very much, Clarence. Thank you very much, sir. Although we're not doing very well with this fucking rig, are we? Anyway, I can't find my clippers. Oh. Where's my clippers? Not got a clue. They were here the other day, but I can't see them now. Not on top of that, are they? No. Are they in this box with this fucking load of shit? Oh. Did I chuck them in here? Yeah. There they are. My clippers. And by the way, guys, I thought I'd let you know. Not that it means anything, but I've just farted and it stinks. See, that's the problem you have, you see. You can test a component in circuit. I will just try it. I don't think it'll work. I will just try it, because you never know, do you? I doubt it, because I don't think for 1 minute that was the fault. It still lights up anyway. If this fucking receives now, I'll be fucking... If this... Because we are putting a signal in. we're putting the signal on channel 20, 2779125. We're doing something. Oh no, we're not. We're not turned on. No, nothing. No, nothing. I mean, we don't expect any sound, but we do expect deflection on the meter. Fucking channel fluffing's not faulty, is it? I'll just turn that to there a minute. Just plug this mic in. The fucking channel fucking control's not faulty, is it? I don't think that will cause it, to be honest. Because we'd still get a hiss, wouldn't we? Let me just plug this mic in. Because when I turn it, the meter moves up and drops back off. That might be just normal. Right, so let's go to channel 20. Right, channel 20, we do 4 watts now. And it's going right across, it's going into TX, no problem. Right. Oh, hang on, I'm on R, no, I'm on TX. Let's count. Turn that down. Why has that changed frequency? Let's press count. Oh, I'm going to press the wrong button. There you go. Right, so now we should be on 20, it should shows 2779. 2779131. It's a bit off. Let's go to channel 23. Eight two one. That's not right. Go to channel 19. Twenty-seven 7813. Let's start by popping this on frequency, because it's actually off frequency. Let's start by popping it on. 2778125. That's good. So so 27791. Yeah, it's about right. So what about the yeah, deviations and everything. So it's transmitting. Let's go to channel 21. 801, that's not right. See what we are, see where we are on channel 1. Because channel 1 6011, yeah, that's near enough there. 40. 2799. Let's just turn this, what do you call it, on for a minute. Put that on channel 2021. Oh yeah, it is right. 27800125. 277978. Yeah, it is, it's right. My fucking head's not right, guys. It's right. So we're actually transmitting, just no receive. Which is weird. Because I mean, when I say there's no receive, there's audio, but there's actually no receive. Not a sausage, nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. At least the camera's not going off now. That was a loose connection. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think we're going to come back to this with a signal generator, a signal tracer, because there's nothing I can do with it. I just thought I'd get it out and have a quick look, because we've not looked at a CB for a few weeks. And hang on a minute, let's see what you're saying, Clarence. Those are excellent snippers. Mine are bent a little because I stupidly prized with them. Yeah, I got these. I got these off, and he's no longer with us. They're a bit nicked in places now. I got these off Mike Racing Demon. You know, sad to say he's no longer with us. He passed away a couple of years ago, and he was a really nice fella. Not because I got stuff off him. I used to phone him up on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and we'd sit and have an hour or two on the phone round about tea time and have a chat, like, you know, and a bit of a laugh and whatnot. He was a lovely old Irishman. I'd have loved to have met him. Honestly, guys, I would have loved to have met him, but I never did. But sadly, he passed away. The dreaded C word, guys, the cancer. Let's turn this soldering iron off. See, I can bang that now, and the camera's not going off. It was a loose connection on the HDMI. But yeah, we're going to leave it there for now, guys, because, you know, I might ask my friend Richard, because Richard might have had this problem, so I might ask him, can he shed any light on it? But what we'll do for next Friday, we'll dig out a signal generator, a signal tracer, sorry. Let's turn the test set off. Can't find my button. There it is. Anyway, what we'll do for next week, guys, we'll continue with this. But what we'll do, we'll sort out the signal generator, signal tracer, and what we'll do, we'll go around it with the signal tracer and see if we can find any signal anywhere anything that might help us. But you know, without a signal tracer, you know, I'm not going to find the fault, guys. I tried with the oscilloscope and that wasn't working, so we're not going to find it. We're not going to do that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to shoot off. Let's come back to you guys for a minute. Yeah, pardon the glare. Let's turn this light off now. I don't need that on now, do I? There we go. Hi, Malcolm. Got the cards in the post, thanks. No worries, mate. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I put it all on the PC in the workshop, so we're all set up for Sunday. Yeah, we're all set up for Sunday now, Malcolm. But yeah, Thank you very much for what you've done for me. I'm really, really, really grateful. I mean, that was a nice gesture to do that. And, you know, if I'd have paid somebody, it would have cost me quite a bit of money to get it done. So I'm really, really grateful. No, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. You know, I know you needed your cards back, but that's not a problem. I didn't mind giving you your cards back. You know, obviously not, because I know you robbed them off other devices to send them out. Yeah, yeah. Paul, a guy from the '60s. His records went out today. The man from Every came and collected them. I know the man from Every round here. The guy called Paul. He always delivers to me. Always delivers here, unless he's on holiday, in which case then somebody else does. But he never leaves the parcels outside. He doesn't throw your shit about. You know, he is very conscientious. And he won't leave, you know, if somebody stood at your gate and said, oh yeah, I live there, I'm going there, he won't give them your parcels. The only person he'll give my parcels to is Christine. Yeah, you know, but other than that, no. And that's how it should be. You know, all this business leaving parcels in people's bins and round the back and in the porch and round the side, and you know what I mean? No, I don't agree with that, guys. The reason why I don't agree with it is because people come round and they're rooting this. You know, if they see the courier. I mean, Paul drives his own vehicle. He doesn't drive a van. He uses his own personal car. But you know, they only have to get used to seeing it now, seeing it a few times, and once they've seen it a few times, they know what he's doing. So that's why he doesn't leave stuff. And I've asked him. I said, "Will you not leave nothing outside?" He says, "No." I said, "Paul, if I'm ever out, which is very rare, very rarely go out. I don't like going out. Nowhere to go anyway. I might go out in the summer, but there's nowhere to go anyway. But you know." I even said to him, I said, listen, my friend, I says, if I'm never in, don't leave the parcel. I says, I don't even mind waiting until the next day, just, you know, keep it with you overnight. I don't mind waiting and get it the next day. You know, anyway, guys, before I do go, because Malcolm's only just come in, it's not fair to fuck off because he's just come in, so we'll sit about for a bit and have a chat. Anyway, what do you think about the digital post box here? Digital post boxes that they're starting to roll out. What do you think of those, guys? It was on the news. I heard it on the news earlier about the digital post boxes. And I think it's a bad idea because it won't take long before the thugs get hold of them and smash them up. You know, they'll all be vandalised. The people will put incendiaries in them and set them on fire so all your shit gets burnt. You can put letters and small parcels in them. People will go around, louts will go setting them on fire. There was a few years ago a spate of post box fire, or pillar box fires. People were going around setting the red letter boxes on fire, dropping stuff into the red letter boxes and setting them on fire. And people's mail was getting burnt, and people weren't, you know, people's mail wasn't getting through. And there's a lot of people who still rely. I mean, I very rarely send a letter through the post these days, guys. I mean it's extremely rare that I post a letter through the post. It's very rare I do it. You know, because I do everything through email, text messages, you know, other forms of communication, you know, other than sending something through the post. I mean, I sent Malcolm his cards back through the post because although I could have sent him an email, I couldn't send the cards by email. They had to go through the post. I asked Christine to post his letter for me, his envelope. And when she came back, we was all sat here, me, Christine and Laura, we were sat here having tea. And I said to her, I said, did you post me a letter? She says, yeah. That envelope for Malcolm, she said, yeah, I posted it. I said, can I ask you something? She says, what? I said, what's the difference between a letterbox and an elephant's arse? She said, well, I don't know. Hang on a minute. Hello, Mick? Right, I'll get the door open for you, Mick. I'm in. See you in a minute, mate. I'm going to have to go, guys. I've got somebody coming. I'll catch you all later. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you want to. And I will catch you tomorrow night, guys. Bye for now.